So I'm going to invite you to remember the situation at work and to get yourself a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you've got that, you're going to freeze it. However, you're free to move. You're in the scene and you're in your body.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? Do you find it's okay to do that? And you're going to freeze the scene. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use an activity to use up the adrenaline that's in your body, or the stress hormones. So I'm going to invite you to imagine a log on its side in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an axe next to it. And you're basically going to pick up that axe, feel the weight of it in your hands, and you're going to start to chop that log. And so feel that your feet are supporting your body, feel the weight in your hands as you're swinging it above your head, and just start chopping that log. And as you do so, I'm going to invite you to allow yourself to express your truth about the situation. You don't need to do this out loud, and just to keep chopping that wood until your body wants to stop. And once you've completed that, then let me know.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm done.
All right. Okay, so when you think about that situation now, give me a number out of 10 for feeling annoyed.
A 3.
Okay. Good. So that's better than a 7, isn't it?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah. Okay, so in the situation, it sounds like there's obviously something else that you need to clear because you're still a 3 out of 10. So when you think about that situation now, is there anything in that scene that's making you feel that 3 out of 10?
Yeah, so like I feel tension in my muscles in my arms. So yeah, I guess there's still something in me.
Okay. So before, when you were feeling annoyed, were you aware of what you were feeling in your body?
Yeah, so annoyed was more like top of my stomach. I felt it there.
Okay. So would you say that the feeling has moved from your stomach to your arms?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you feel your stomach now, what number out of 10 is that?
Like a 1, 0.
1 to 0. So that's how quickly these tools can work, even though it's moved to your arms now. So basically you've cleared what the chemicals from that area, and now you're feeling the tension in your arms. Can you go back into the scene, and can you relate it to anything within the scene that is causing that? What's going on there that's causing that tension in your body?
Yes, I'm still annoyed at the situation.
Yeah.
And I think it's this feeling of like being undermined.
Okay. And what was going on before when you were a 7 out of 10?
It was the same. So I didn't feel taken seriously when I was a 7,
Right.
and I was just dismissed.
Okay.
And it's kind of evolved into feeling undermined now.
Okay, so it's different at the moment. Wasn't taken seriously. What was it? Wasn't taken seriously, and there was something else you said. Dismissed.
Dismissed.
Okay. All right. So the interesting thing is that when we feel stressed, right, there's certain needs that aren't being fulfilled. So any emotional experience that we have that's uncomfortable, whether it's stress or the other emotions, there's always a basic need that's not being met. So it looks like that you've kind of, in a different way, but you've kind of started to identify the things that are important for you. So like being taken seriously. So when you think about that, what is it that you really needed in that situation?
To be heard.
Being heard.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
To be listened to.
Listen to. What else?
And for my opinion to be taken seriously.
And is there anything else?
So I'm getting like empowered, but I think I would feel empowered if all of those things had happened.
Yeah. So that's a need for you to feel empowered. All right. So I'm just going to ask you another one. Is there a need to feel validated?
Yeah.
I ask that because it is one of the basic needs, and most of us do need to feel validated. And the important thing of getting aware of what your needs are, it means that you can, when you're aware of those needs that are important to you, is to find ways of getting those needs met. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to go back into the scene again, and you're going to do the same thing. This time we're working with the stress hormones that are still in your arms and the tension in your muscles in your arms. And you're going to express what you need to express, and particularly into those needs that weren't met. So being heard, being listened to, having your opinion being taken seriously, being validated, so that you feel empowered. So go through that process and let me know when you...
Am I still chopping the wood?
Carry on chopping the wood, because you're 3 out of 10, you've still got the stress hormones in your body, but not so strongly. And express what you need to express around that. But remember, everyone that's in the picture is frozen. They can't respond to what you're saying. Okay. And let me know when that feels complete.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's done. I actually feel like lighter.
Great. That's really good. So when you feel the tension in your arms now, is it still there?
No. I mean, it might be a 1, but it's definitely 0 to 1.
Okay, that's great. All right. So really what we've done there, how does the scene feel now to you when you think about it? Do you feel lighter?
Yeah, I definitely feel lighter. Yeah. So when I think about the scene or go back to the scene, like I get something now in my heart.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily what that is, but yeah.
Well, that's all right. So basically that's what can happen, because when the stress chemicals come down, what we've done when the situation's happened, when after the stress response, is that then, and it's usually not very conscious, then we evaluate the situation, right? So for instance, you're feeling stuff in your heart, it could be related to some form of sadness, some maybe disappointment, something like that with what happened. But we won't go into that today. But that would be like if I was working with you in a deeper session, I'd certainly go, that's the next step we would take, because what we've experienced in our body is a direct link into the unconscious part of our brain that records everything, or a memory bank, which is at the back of our brain in the cerebellum. So we would certainly go there. And it is one of the best ways to actually access and clearing stuff out of the body in this way.
Oh.
Yeah.